Are you a veteran looking for a new companion animal? A dog, a cat, or maybe something else? The Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs Vets Get Pets program can cover up to $350 of your pet adoption fees. Visit veterans.nebraska.gov/vetsgetpets to learn more about program requirements and how to apply. Want to help support the program? Get your Vets Get Pets specialty license plates from the Nebraska DMV. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Welcome into the locker room, the most sacred of spaces in sports. Talking you through the behind-the-scenes conversations that happen behind closed doors. With former Nebraska football tight end Chancellor Brewington.
Chancellor Brewington, the 6-year senior tight end, finding his way into the end zone.
And former South Dakota State running back and Nebraska football assistant, Mikey Daniel.
Hand off to Daniel inside the 2 to the 1, and he powers his way into the end zone for a South Dakota State touchdown.
This is The Locker Room, brought to you by Pep Foundation Repair. Here are your hosts, Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel.
Yes, welcome into another week of The Locker Room here on 93.7 The Ticket. A good time to get advice and just a breakdown of the game from Nebraska and Ohio State as we head into UCLA week. Let's go ahead and start it off. I'll throw it to Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel.
Man, happy Monday, bro. Happy Monday. It's good to see you again. Haven't seen him since Saturday. I was a little beat up on Saturday morning, man. I was down under the weather, but we still hoop nonetheless. So how you doing, man?
I'm great. That was a terrible outing by the both of us.
It was just one of them days.
It was one of those days. Yeah,
it wasn't it wasn't as bad as, the Indiana game, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great by any means. I ain't gonna lie to you folks. We'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. Getting right.
Yeah, getting right. But today's a Monday. It's an opportunity to start your week off. If you start your weeks off on Monday, some people do it on Sunday. I don't know.
What do you consider the start of the week?
I would say Sunday is for me. Because then I'm preparing my week on Sunday. We'll make sure I'm in the right mindset. Anything that happened last week that was unfortunate that I didn't like, make sure. Obviously, within the day, I don't let it affect me. But throughout the week, you get to reflect, and then by Monday, it's time to hit it full speed.
Yeah, Sundays are my favorite day of the week. I love Sundays, and I don't know, it's just something about it. I just I love watching the football games. I'm more of a Sunday football fan than a Saturday, but my birthday coming up this Sunday.
Okay,
God knew what He was doing by putting it on a Sunday this year. He just knew it. When I was young, I used to hate Sundays. I was like, I ain't trying to go to school tomorrow. But now I'm just like, I can't wait for Sunday.
Man,
every day is Sunday to me.
Every day Sunday.
If I'm doing it right, that's the feeling I got every day Sunday. So I'm feeling good, man. I'm excited about it. I'll be 28 years young.
God, dog.
Right, yeah. 30's the new 20, man. Can't wait to be it.
Man, you can stay young your whole life if you want to, Bach.
Hey, man.
You just gotta tell yourself.
Bach, tell me about being 30.
I thought he was 22.
Yeah, I'm 34.
Man, that's 34 years wise.
That's right.
Let's get into it, man. I got a quote. It's not about perfect. It's about effort. And when you bring that effort every single day, that's where transformation happens. That's how change occurs. It's not about perfect, it's about effort.
It's not about perfect, it's about effort. I can see where we're going this morning. I can see where we're going. Well, I'll tell you what. Do you shoot for perfection though?
Yeah.
Knowing you're never gonna get it?
Mm-hmm.
And then like shoot for the stars. If you miss, you'll land on the moon.
But you can't become obsessed with perfection.
Right. Because then you become a perfectionist.
Right. That's just, you got to find the happy medium.
Right. Yeah, I like this one. What's the last part? The effort. Effort turns into change, and changes.
And when you bring that effort every single day, that's where transformation happens. That's how change occurs.
Every single day. I like that. The compounding of change, the compounding of effort leads to transformation. And transformation, think about it. If you're doing this, let's put this quote in the direct context of like your life. If you're doing this every day, in a few months, you might be unrecognizable. You know what I'm saying?
You should be.
Because you're consistently, like you're saying, like in the quote, you're putting effort towards change and transformation. You're continuously recreating a new version of yourself, and you're constantly evolving to where you almost have to reintroduce yourself to people you haven't seen in a while. If you're actively doing that, which is I absolutely love that transformation.
Yeah.
Being a new creature, having a new mind, changing yourself, changing your identity in a positive way, of course.
Amen. It's not about perfect, it's about effort. Listen, man, that's all we want. That's all we're that's all we're asking for. I'm always going to find a way to spin it back. All I'm asking for is effort.
Is it though?
And when I talk about effort, I don't mean run screen right, screen left to a wide receiver with no perimeter blocking.
We're starting
time
early,
and time again.
Usually we get to the second break.
I couldn't. I saw an opportunity. I went for it.
Okay.
That's not effort. That's not effort, bro. I'm sorry. It's not. That's not like, I don't know what it is, but it's not effort. It's not as bad as saying I got to commit to something, right? Right? Okay, good. But me calling screen right, screen left, running back screen, mid screen, whatever the case may be, time and time again what is our worst thing on offense? Perimeter blocking. We can't do it. Jamal Banks don't block to save his life. Like, he too big to be out there getting bodied the way he getting bodied. There's just it's a want to, and there is zero want to out there. So what we do, we throw the ball to Ja'Cory Barney, let him get blown up because we're not going to block nobody. Put Alex Bullock in the game.
Yeah.
And he played a little bit more this week, which is good to see. IGC, yeah.
I mean, Malachi, someone.
Like, so if all we're going to do is run those screens anyway, you might as well.
And to be honest with you, I mean, as far as like a football savvy person, when it's an RPO look, and when it's a pass in this offense.
Yeah, it's
pretty standard.
They didn't fool nobody.
Yeah, 3's on the ball, 3's off the ball. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, it's pretty obvious, right? So I don't know. We'll get into the screen talk. But when you're watching the game, did you remember my optimistic take?
Yeah.
It was around this score.
It was close.
I said 24-17. It was close. But what'd you think while you're watching the game? In the game, right after the game, what was your thoughts, emotions, feelings?
Well, if you remember, I said I like Nebraska 24-21.
Yeah.
And y'all was like, oh, he tripping. He drank the Kool-Aid too much, right?
Yeah.
And the whole time I had a text ready to send.
Oh, Lord.
The whole game I had a text ready to send. And then we saw the difference between Nebraska and Ohio State.
Right.
And what's the difference? Great teams will find a way to win late. They were never pressed. They never felt pressured. Even when we took the lead, now it's like, oh, okay, we got punched in the mouth. And instead, like, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth, right?
Facts.
With them, they took it to the face, right? They got punched in the mouth. And then after they got punched in the mouth, what they do? They say, okay, this is what we do. We've been here before. Right. So they go up, boom, boom, boom. Their best drive of the whole game. And it's not because we did anything defensively different they just found themselves. They're like, okay, we've been here before. And good teams, great teams will find a way to win late in big time games. That's the separating factor right now. So yeah, the whole time I was excited, boy. I was yelling at the TV. I'm like, here we go. There we go. Bro should have definitely got a penalty though. I ain't gonna lie.
Which
when
one? Which
Ryan
one?
Day.
I mean, shit.
When he out there on the field, like how we
on the
don't get a
tantrum.
yeah,
Come on.
that's trifling. And you know what? It's because what I had said a few weeks ago, he felt it in that moment because they were losing. He felt it slipping away from him, and he goes, "I'm fired." So that all came out.
Take.
That all came out
I like
right there.
that one.
He was gone, bro.
Yeah.
He knew it. He felt it. He's like, "Oh, we lose Nebraska, I'm done."
Yeah.
I told you a couple weeks ago. I said he's gonna lose to Oregon, he's gonna lose to us, and then he's gonna get fired. Almost came to pass, but he was starting to feel that. So it all came out in the wash.
That's a good. Oh, I like that one. I like that one. Well, you see the Purdue game where Coach Rule gets mad, throws his headset, of course, and they throw a flag, right? And then we see Ryan Day do the same thing. Not even the same thing. It's way worse. He's on the field. Anytime you touch an official when it's a dead ball, dead period, and a coach, especially a coach, if you're on the field, it's an automatic 15 yards. And sometimes a disqualification, right? You get thrown out the game, right? We've seen that time after time. He did both. He was on the field, had a tantrum, and he touched the official, right? So those three things call for at least a 15-yard penalty. And of course, we didn't get it. It's like, I'm never the one to do the ref game. I'm always like, all right, let's look on the tape. But hey, after the Purdue game, I'm like, man. And now this game was ridiculous.
This one was bad.
The offensive PI call before the half, that was terrible.
How about Emmett's run where he was like 3 yards past the line, first down, and then
they marked it where Thomas Fedoni failed.
Bro, we're talking about they might have misplaced who had the ball. How do you? One of us black, one's white. First of all, how do you misplace that? And also, what are you watching? Like, what do you mean you misplaced? You didn't know who had the ball. What are we doing out here? Well, guess what? I don't know that you have a job next week. Like
the officials.
Yeah, 100%.
But listen, though, they do this every day. Every day.
I don't like to blame the ref.
I mean, every game.
And I still don't blame them. I still don't blame them for the loss. But if I'm going to call things out, I got to call it out. They were bad, bro. Like, they were bad.
Shout out to the BA Coaches Show. He just commented and said, just a few more swings and screens away from winning. Appreciate you, BA Coach. So he does like film review on the games and stuff. Okay. Man, but
just a few more screens.
Let's just dive into the screens and talk about it from a running back perspective. Just talk about it from offensive, from a fan, and from a media. As a running back, right? You call screens. From my perspective, as an offensive player, you call a screen when you know D-line's rushing upfield, right? You try, maybe it's a first and long situation, third and long. Some type of indicator that D-line's rushing upfield, they're not going to retrace and get you, right? Whether you're running 3-by-1 screen, versus a man look where receiver can come crack that, backer who's manned on the running back. Those type of situations, I would expect screens, especially running back screens.
Heavy blitz team, right? Heavy blitz team. So I'm a screen off of the blitzer, which I think we attempted to do. The other guy just read it really well, and maybe we didn't block who we were supposed to. I'm not okay. I love screens, but a screen should be called a couple times a game, right? Yeah. That's it. And I don't love wide receiver screens when we don't have wide receiver blocking.
I actually hate it.
I for some teams it works. This one it doesn't. You got to know what your strength is, and that's not one of them.
Yeah.
Not the way they're trying to do it.
Yeah. So first, I believe it was first or second drive. I think it was first drive. We called a screen, and Emmett got like 4 yards, 5 yards. But the receiver to the boundary, he didn't just run off. He tried to stock block. His, corner ends up falling off and making the play. I think we called another screen within the same drive or the next drive, and they just didn't work. It got blown up, right?
I'm not convinced there was a single drive we didn't call a screen.
That might be there might be the third quarter was probably the best we've seen Satterfield in like 4 weeks.
The third quarter?
Yeah. But it was the best. Yeah, I would say it's the best we've seen Satterfield.
And here's the thing. Okay. The defense balled out. I want to talk about it because the defense balled out. But the reason this game was the way it was, and it doesn't make Satterfield and the offense look as bad because the score was closer than the game really was. Like, we had we missed way too many times on offense. We're on the goal line, can't convert, right? You can't You cannot be on a goal line against the top 4 team in the country and not score.
I was watching the game with Austin Orman. We were watching it in the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if we don't score right here, we're gonna lose. This is for the game.
Yeah.
Because you don't just MC's in cover 3. They do a great job. Will Howard ends up throwing a wobbler, right? You get the pick. MC, great return down to the 7-yard line. You got 4 plays to get 7 yards.
Yeah.
4 plays get 7 yards against number 4 team. No team in the nation where you are currently, or no team that has played Ohio State, has gotten this close, excluding Oregon, of course. You have to capitalize. You have to. You got to throw the kitchen sink at them, as Rico said. Throw the kitchen sink at them. Throw everything at them. I would have had a 2 or 3, at least 1 or 2 plays that Oregon hit in the red zone, things that someone else hit, and just, hey, I'm running that first play when I get down there. No one is gonna hit. Man, we run jet sweep. We try to get in all this stuff, and that usually is a confidence killer.
Mm-hmm.
Defense still did a good job after that, but I mean, like you say, you get down there, you got 4 chances to score.
It's a confidence boost for the other side too.
Oh yeah.
Even more so than the killer, it's a boost, right? That team has enough that you don't need to give them more. You don't need to add more fuel to that fire. They came off a loss. They had a bye week, but before that, they came off a loss. So they was hungry enough, right? Our defense, we kept us in the fight, and let's into the kicking game finally, right? Shout out to him.
Somebody need to give him a little cash money.
Man, he need to he was on. That's the reason the game looked better than it should have. Right?
Facts. If we don't have that word,
ugly game.
Yeah,
it's an ugly game. But we did, thankfully. And so we continuously shoot ourselves in the foot. Like there's no way around it. We don't get beat. We beat ourselves. We beat ourselves against Illinois, Indiana. We beat ourselves because we fumbled on that 4th and 1, and that was everything took off after that. Like that, it was done. We shoot ourselves in the foot. This last game, we didn't convert on 4th and 1. On 4th and goal, we're trying to jump over the pile from 2 yards back. Just run, bro. And here's the thing: they didn't even submarine. The D line didn't even submarine technique, which means they're going to try to dive at the O line. Yeah, they didn't even try to dive at the O line. Like the defense will sometimes do that, so that you have to.
Right.
They didn't do that, and neither did the O line. Like nobody took that. Was not in the game plan. So if that is the game plan to submarine, okay, then you jump. Nobody did that. Like you're trying to jump over 6-8 people. What would just run?
Yeah.
You have no power up here.
Right.
Run.
And we saw that dude came behind him and pulled him down.
Easy.
Yeah.
Bro, like just you 230 pounds, 225, like just run. Make them tackle you. You tackled yourself.
Right.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Lots to break down still here on the Locker Room on 93.7 The Ticket. Some good, some not so good. We'll break it down coming next year on 93.7 The Ticket. This is the Locker Room.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bozin. Education is a cornerstone for strong, vibrant communities. I voted for the largest investment in education in Nebraska history. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and understand the valuable role of education in growing our community. This is Carolyn Bozin, and I will continue to support education in the legislature. Vote Carolyn Bozin on November 5th, paid for by Bozin for Legislature.
Hi, I'm State Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved in our family business. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. Nebraska families and business owners need lower taxes, more affordable health care, and a great education system. That is why I fought for the largest tax cut in Nebraska history, reduce the cost of healthcare, and help pass the biggest investment in our public schools. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on November 5th. Paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Is your heating system ready for cooler weather? Call Bryant to schedule your fall heating check. No matter what brand, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Are you a veteran looking for a new companion animal? A dog? A cat? Or maybe something else? The Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs Vets Get Pets program can cover up to $350 of your pet adoption fees. Visit veterans.nebraska.gov/vetsgetpets to learn more about program requirements and how to apply. Want to help support the program? Get your Vets Get Pets specialty license plates from the Nebraska DMV. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel. Brought to you by App Foundation Repair on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the locker room here on 93.7 The Ticket, breaking down the 21-17 loss to Ohio State. Lots of good, lots of bad, breaking it down. We'll let you guys continue.
Question for you, Mike. Question for the chat.
Uh-oh.
Is it more so Satterfield or is it more so the players not executing?
Both, but everything stems from the top down. Like at the end of the day, if I run screen after screen after screen, you just told me it's not hard to read threes on, threes off, right? So you're not getting paid no 1.7, or actually they're getting paid way more over there.
Yeah.
He getting paid big dollars. The dude from Ohio State, I think he's like the highest paid DC. something like that. He's up there.
Okay.
Jim Knowles or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he getting big money. So he knows that answer.
Right.
Right. So you have to put yourself in a position to be successful. We're not doing that. Satterfield's not doing justice by the team that we have. I think Emmett Johnson has like 51 carries throughout the whole year.
That's
51 carries. That dude is a cat that can take it the distance any play. Any given play, he can take it the distance. He should have had 51 carries through 3 weeks. Right? Like you should have 20 a game, because that's what was said in the in the start. Like those aren't my words, those were words that were said, and I'm just going off of them.
Right.
He said 20 carries, even not 15 carries a game, because he said he wants one to have 20, one to have 15. Then at 15, you're at 45 through 3 weeks, right? So we're grossly underperforming in that area.
There's a question floating around Twitter right now. Do you do it now? Do you fire now, or you wait till after season?
Why wait? Why wait? I don't I'm not understanding I don't understand, because somebody is in place that can do the job.
Right.
At the end of the day, there's always somebody that's ready to take over. Next man up mentality. If somebody Ramir was hurt this week.
Right.
Who's up?
Hop in.
Right? This no different. Nobody's irreplaceable. Right? Like, especially in that sense, like
15.
Anybody can go out there and call screen right, screen left. So like, go ahead and let them go. I don't even call that at Madden very often. I call it like once a game.
Never call a screen in Madden.
Once a game.
Once a game. Bro, the part that to finish up the screen talk, the part that got me the most, we get lucky with the whole targeting thing, right? So it's first down there. This is drive to win the game. You got to win, right? First down, we run the screen. Second down, we run the screen. Third down, we run 4 verticals. Dylan throws a pick, game over. It was comical. Like, it's comical at the end of the day. It's like, oh yeah, we want them to win.
So
right?
that's on Dylan?
No.
That's on the players not executing?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, screen right, you've been calling this the whole game. They know they're not dumb. They get paid a lot of money. Like, they know how many yards per play they're trying to stop you from getting.
Right.
Right. They know. So every question
I like that.
Every question you got, they got an answer for.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, do them a service. Thankfully, Dylan decided he wanted to be a little bit of a runner this
He had no
weekend.
chance. I mean, listen, if Dylan doesn't scramble on those, this wouldn't be a ball game.
Not even close.
I mean, there was no spark. Okay, you obviously play football, so let me ask you this: you saw Chip Kelly's offense with Ohio State. Even when they were down, they figured out something in a crucial time. Got people moving. Got the matchups they wanted. They're playing a lot of cover 3. Okay, we're gonna run it out and up to the boundary, catch this, boundary corner. Take them out the picture, whatever. Like, there's scheme after scheme, but a lot of movement stuff. Did a lot of things that Indiana did, right? You got the pitch. We saw the pitch early in the game. Giff had a shoelace tackle that would have hit. But like, we saw some carryover from Indiana week, and Chip Kelly added his own thing onto it. That's usually what the Big Ten is that you see, okay, well, I mean, really what football is, but we see it a lot in the Big Ten copycat league. Okay, Indiana does this good, or Oregon does this good on Ohio State. We're gonna take this philosophy in, but match it with our scheme and our whatever, and we're gonna add a little motion to it, get to it in a different way, and get there.
We kind of did for a second, but didn't stay with it.
For which one?
We tried to hit Nair over the top, and I thought he caught it. They said he was incomplete, but they tried to go.
10.
Yes,
yeah.
And you said that. You said that last week. Like, this is what Oregon did well. They won at 10.
We did do a good job going at 10
originally, but that went away. Like, they said he dropped the pass again. I think he caught it. Whatever. We didn't really go to it again, other than the 4 verts at the end of the game when we threw the pick. Like, yeah, okay,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we? There's, like I said, there's no rhyme or reason behind what we do. None. Oh, you want to be unpredictable? You definitely are.
Bro.
I don't know what you're gonna say. That's just like the things that are coming out. Like, you are unpredictable.
As a player, this the locker room, right? We give a player's perspective. As a player, you get on the plane, especially as an offensive player. We can do defense next. As an offensive player, you get on the plane. You watch the film. They watched the film probably as a team today, this morning, or yesterday. and you're seeing it. You're like, hey man, we have this call. I know the call sheet is this long. I know it's this long. I know it has, split after split, formation, play after play, pass, short game, quick game. It has all these things. As a player, I've been in these situations where it's like, why are we not calling these things?
Bro, you thought that waited till today? I got 4 texts after the game from players. Bro, what are we doing? Like, what are we? I don't even know what to tell you. Like,
it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And as a defensive player, now I'm really frustrated because last week, there was no pick me up on the offense, right?
Mhm.
There was no pick me up. Defense was struggling, right? It happens to the best of us. Defense was struggling, expecting the offense to maybe pick us up. They don't, right?
Yeah.
Now defense kicks it in gear. They have an awesome performance. Up to a point, you hold Ohio State up to the fourth quarter, 14 points. You're playing fantastic ball. You get a pick, bring it down to the 7-yard line. You do fantastic things. Fourth and 2 stop. Ohio State was 1 out of 10 on third down at one point.
Mhm.
Fantastic football, and you're waiting for your offense to pick me up. And I would struggle as a defensive player. I know you don't point fingers, but I would be like, man, why are we not getting offensive production?
Yeah.
I would definitely be talking to my position coach about that. If we have a good relationship, like what's going on the offense, because we're studying, preparing, doing all these things. Coach White is calling a great game, right? But why is it not happening on the offensive end?
Yeah, where's the lack, right? Where's the disconnect? Because here's the thing: they also know they could probably watch our offense and know what they're about to run just by the formation. Like they're students of the game, right? So if they know, everybody knows. But here's the one thing I have, because that's where you lose, is where you have that disconnect, right? A team divided can't stand, right? So they have to do their best to own it. Like, there was a cat on the defense that texted me after the game that's like, that was on us, Mike. And I'm like, He's about the defense, right? He's like, oh man, we got to be better. And there's a certain point where we got beat for a touchdown on a cover 3, right? Nobody was in the middle of the field where they should have been, bro. Gone. See ya. Right? So that's ownership. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to hear, not, oh, the offense did this or they're not doing this. Me and you could talk about it because we don't have to put the pads on anymore.
Right.
But to hear that is encouraging, right? That's ownership. Like, no, we got to be better. We let the team down. Okay, good. Now the offense better be the same. And from the top down, coaching staff, we got to be better.
What did this show for Nebraska?
That they can compete with anybody. If nothing else, that's what it showed. That's what it should show you. Like I said, I was like, they're not. If I know anything about these guys, they're not going to go get blown out 2 weeks in a row. I kept saying that. I stood on the table all week last week and said,
did.
They're not going to go get blown out. It's like, I know these guys are competitors. Now they see, okay, you know what? Maybe we're better. Like, they were feeling that way for the first 4 weeks, and then your confidence takes a hit. One of the best players in the game to ever play told me, don't ever lose your confidence. When you lose your confidence, your game goes with it. They lost it. They lost that swagger. Now the defense definitely got it back.
Right.
And Dylan, if nobody else, started to carry it himself. He's like, okay, you know what? I'll use my legs, and I'm not even a runner, but I'll do it. He had to, I understand, but that showed me he's a competitor, and he'll do whatever it takes to win.
Yeah, I like that.
What are your thoughts on is it, well, let's go back to the original comment. Is it the play calling or is it the players?
I don't know. At first I said I was hot at, the offensive play calling. I was hot. And then I've turned on the tape and I said, oh Lord, like there's a lot of like just gaping things offensively. Just like simple thing for me. It might have been fourth quarter or third quarter. They were bringing pressure all day. Ohio State was bringing pressure. They were sending 5, 6. At one point, they brought 7. They were bringing pressure all day. And as an offense, you got to have some type of hot read, something. You have to have some type of hot read, some type of adjustment to where, if your receiver to the boundary, if that, will or, safety triggers, there got to be some type of something. And there was a specific play. You had Ja'Cory Barney. It was where Bryce Benhart slid left and left number 44 wide open.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In our red zone too, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was like high red zone.
Red.
It was like maybe on the 28 or something.
In scoring position.
In scoring position for sure. We got a field goal out of it, I believe. But there was just a simple play where Ja'Cory Barney's running this. He's at number 2. He's running this like drag route over, whatever you want to call it, kind of shallow. Then Fedoni was running out. So anything over the middle was wide open. Why? Because they were running the blitz, right? But the thing was, Ja'Cory's split was so wide. Was so wide. It was outside that. It was like 1 yard over the hash, right? If you cut that -2 from the hash, that's 6, right? Yeah. And Dylan's right waiting whole time, like waiting for Ja'Cory to get in the picture, right? So those type of things, that doesn't fall on Ja'Cory. That falls on the coaching because it's simple. It's literally a 2-yard split that wins the game. Think about it, right?
It's a game of inches.
It's a game of inches. It's a game of man, just align and assign. If you can align the right way, man, you can really win a lot of ball games. There's just a commonality, man. Like just receiver play. Just you're running a go ball from the bottom of the numbers.
Yeah.
There's just like you're not leaving yourself any room,
right?
Like you're.
Because then he can't even fade you outside at all because now you're out of bounds.
Exactly. Now, the only thing you can throw is a back shoulder. You get walled off here. Of course, we get a penalty on some of them, but it was tough. I would say the receiver game, I'm waiting for it to take a jump because we start off so strong. UTEP, Colorado, we look good. Illinois, we look really good. Then all of a sudden, God said, okay, we can just press them. We can just press the receivers, right? And so I want the guys to take a jump, but I think it starts with the coaching taking a jump. And I guess to answer your question, I say it's 50-50, but the split goes to the coaches. The tie goes to the coaches.
Yeah.
It always does.
Okay. So is the receiving core who you need to see the most improvement from moving forward?
Yeah, I thought O-line played good enough to win. I thought they played just good enough to win. I still think there needs to be improvement. I mean, that's the miscommunication on the one we're specifically talking about. They run Ram Trap really good this past. I mean, they got something going. I thought for as good as those edge rushers were, they're both going to be playing on Sundays. High draft picks. You handle them pretty good. The freshman and Bryce Benhart. Gunnar Gatula. Running back room, I think hopefully you are who you are at this point. But if they get more touches, I think they could get something going, but I would say receivers for sure.
Well, it's November now.
Yeah. So
and November everything changes.
Right.
Like this is where you
got to run the football. That's a great point.
You have to run the football, but November is where you become who you're like. This is the one. You have to win in November. And when we get back, I want to talk about that a little bit more. Why November is so important and what we see moving forward.
Oh yeah, got to.
That's coming up next year in the locker room on 93.7 The Ticket.
This October, the Bonsall Spooktacular 10 event is back with spooktacular savings all month long. Stop by anytime in October to discover incredible deals, including hot tubs as low as $5,995. That's up to 20% off MSRP. Plus, enjoy 10% off infrared and traditional saunas. Don't miss out on these hauntingly good offers. Visit Bonsall Pool and Spa today. Bonsall Pool and Spa, every day made better at 33rd and Pioneers.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. This week's 93.7 The Ticket Athlete of the Week is Nathan Axman of Waverly High School. Axman racked up 244 rushing yards on 30 carries on Friday in a come-from-behind win against Lincoln Pius X. Axman scored 1 rushing touchdown, but also threw the go-ahead 10-yard touchdown pass to add to his total touchdown total. Waverly improves to 7-2 on the season as they earned the 6th seed in the Class B playoff and now host number 11 Norris on Friday. The Ticket's Athlete of the Week is powered by 3 Pillars Performance. Unlock your peak performance with the expert instruction at 3 Pillars Performance in Lincoln and online at 3pillarsperformance.com.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting wefixbasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals in everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel. Brought to you by F Foundation Repair on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
One final segment here in The Locker Room on 93.7 The Ticket. Mikey and Chancellor, what do we have for the final segment?
Man, let's get into November, man. November's a big month.
It's the month.
It's the month, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got 4 games left. Big ones. All
Big
of them.
ones.
You
Everyone.
got UCLA, USC, Wisconsin, and then Iowa. We got 5 wins. We all know what one more does. It breaks the curse.
Mm-hmm.
It breaks the curse that people believe this place has.
If you can get this done against UCLA, SC is going to be a tight. It's going to be a ball game. I got UCLA a slotted win. Like, I don't think we lose this in no way, shape, or form. And I hope the temperature drop this week too.
Is it supposed to? Bach would know. Bach know everything.
I'll check up my weather.
I wish the USC game was at home. I do.
That'd be crazy.
It's not, but it is what it is. I don't want to look too far ahead. I feel good about this week just because of now, if we were going to play UCLA after last week's game, I probably maybe would have been a little bit more hesitant, but just seeing them and playing a lot more true to who they are or what they're really capable of,
right?
It gives me confidence moving into November. Everything gets, and it's not the playoffs, but November feels like Like every game is a playoff game. A lot of people are fighting for that 6th win to get into the bowl.
Right.
So things just kind of change.
They do change. And at the end of the day, you're gonna have to figure something out to get these next 4 wins. You got to, because this is not for just you're not competing for a Big Ten championship, right? You're probably not going to be in that conversation, but you are competing for recruits. You are competing for, you want guys to feel good about the program.
Yeah.
And you're also competing, it still sounds crazy, but Tony White right now, I'll say this. Tony White right now, I would believe, is interviewing right now for the next team.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone. And so at Satterfield right now is interviewing for the next team, right? Probably not the best job interview right now. So, he gotta figure that one out. But a lot of people are playing for things. Seniors at this time, they're obviously playing to win, but for your guys like Todd, Giff, Nash, those type of guys that are going to the league, you want to finish this year out strong. A guy like Raiola, you want to have momentum going into next year, and it starts with the end of the year. So I think it's realistic for Nebraska to go 4-0, but I would say specifically the USC team, the Wisconsin team, those are going to be some tough matches. And you gotta make sure you dominate UCLA to get in that right mindset.
Just as easily as I could see it being 4-0, I could see it being 0-4.
Right.
Just the same.
Right.
Like right on the other side of the coin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would be that, but I could see it if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
And you get to go and you get another shot at the bye week, after UCLA week.
So it's UCLA, then bye,
and then SC.
That'll be interesting because having 2 bye weeks, but I don't like the bye week. Maybe we should get rid of that the second time around. They didn't do us justice last time, or we didn't do it justice.
So there's a scrimmage on Saturday or something?
You don't think bro? Last year, real talk. Last year, I can't remember where we played at, but we got the bricks beat off of us.
Michigan, right?
Maybe. And and we came in the next day, Coach Rule, on a Sunday, bro. Coach Rule was like, y'all don't go play on Saturday? Well, we going to play on Sunday. And we full out scrimmage on a Sunday night, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., not a.m., p.m.
Oh, boy.
We
I know them bodies were just...
But it was the most live practice of the year. I ain't going to lie.
Really?
Yeah. And that was the turning point for, I guess, a little bit. Like, the season didn't finish the way it would. But that was like, okay, this is the new standard. Like, we're moving forward. And if you're not going to be about it on Saturday, then you're going to have to be about it on Sunday. So you choose.
That's nasty work.
Bro, it was
a scrimmage on Sunday
night, bro. We out there at 9. The lights are on. It's 9 p.m. It's cold out. Felt like it was cold out. I don't know. That place was rocking, though. I ain't going to lie.
It was rocking?
Yeah, it was dope. But enough of Nebraska for now. I want to recap a couple of these Sunday games, man. My Ravens lost. That was tough to see. But big win by the Commanders, man. Big win. Hit the Hail Mary.
That was crazy.
That
was crazy.
Now, there was some holding that, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, that was trifling. I ain't going to lie. But I texted Dan Quinn after the game. I'm like, bro, y'all are fun to watch. Like, because they are. Like, I love watching Jaden Daniels. He runs so much like Lamar. He's smart with the ball. He needs to take less hits.
Right.
I saw him
agree.
He really plays a lot like Lamar, and obviously I'm big on the Ravens, so naturally I'm gonna be big on him as well. The Chiefs stay undefeated.
Yeah.
I
just want them to lose. I want them to lose.
They're at that point. Everybody's at that point with them.
I was like, it's at this point, y'all are too good. Like y'all got the best player, of course, but y'all just too good.
But he's not even the best player right now. He has an interception in the last eight games.
Right.
He's been horrible this year.
Okay.
But he's been
getting it done though. But I heard Coach Barry Thompson, he do a show here, one-on-one with DP, and he's a quarterback coach in Virginia. He said quarterback's job is to win the game. That's the only thing. So Patrick is winning. He's winning. You know what team I think is a sleeper? Not even sleeper. They winning right now, but I think they're a sneaky best team in the league is the Lions. They're dominating right now. They're doing their thing. I was gonna say Ravens, but it just seems like there's just like lapses sometimes. It's not as consistent, but the Lions is playing ball right now.
Yeah, the Lions look really good. And a few weeks ago you said there's going to be a team at the NFC West that starts to pick it up. That's the Rams.
Yeah,
they're starting to get there. They have Cooper Kupp back now. They have Puka Nacua back, and they looked really good on Thursday night against the Vikings.
How about the Bills?
Yeah,
6-2.
They're doing crazy work right now.
6-2.
So I sent my brother to the game. One of my best friends played for the Seahawks, and my brother's birthday was a couple weeks ago. So I sent him and my uncle tickets to the game yesterday, and they was in the club suite watching it get blown out. I'm like, hey, happy birthday though.
Happy birthday.
No, they look good, man. The Bills look really good.
Cardinals come back. Dolphins 28-27.
I don't know what to make of the Cardinals. They're 4-4.
Right.
There's something. Marvin Harrison had a good game. I don't know that the NFC West is going to be an interesting move because the 49ers are now 4-4 too. So that whole division, I think, is 4-4.
Yeah, Seahawks are 4-4 as well.
So I think that division is going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
The Eagles finally look like what they should look like. Like they blew out the Bengals 37-17. And they finally played that team is way too talented to ever. They should be like what the Lions are right now.
Facts. Okay, what about Jets? Still haven't got one with Devontae. What do you make of this? At some point, I would say Aaron Rodgers played a decent game. He played a better game than the past 2 weeks. Turnovers have been an issue for that offense. Still, they run the football decent. I mean, Breece Hall has 80 yards.
You know what? If you're gonna lose, at least lose with somebody you like. That's what Devontae thinking at this point.
Right.
If I'm gonna lose, at least I like Aaron. Right. He didn't like being in Vegas, so if I'm gonna lose, at least lose with people I like. You know what I mean?
Facts. What do you? You're high on the Falcons this year, right?
I'm big on the Falcons. I love Raheem Morris.
I like that. Falcons are 5-3 right now,
and even the Bucks played pretty good yesterday. They put up a lot. They scored a lot, and they have they had no Mike Evans. They had no Goodwin.
Mm-hmm.
They they're down pretty bad, but they're still Baker Mayfield's playing like the true pick that he was supposed to be.
Facts. Broncos get it done against the Panthers. Sean Payton after the game says that was a very bad offense.
The Panthers was?
Yeah. Sean Payton said that in the post game presser. I mean,
I love when
he's not
people get
wrong.
disrespectful.
He's not wrong though.
He
said I'm just being honest after on the flip side. So Bryce Young back starting for the Panthers. Not I would say the best showing. 2 picks, 24 for 37, QBR of 38.
Yeah. He got to get up out of there. There's nobody that goes to the Panthers and does well. They just because Tepper, he needs to let go of himself. He's the owner. He's like Jerry Jones. Y'all be doing too much. Speaking of, they looked terrible again last night. Dak had 2 interceptions. They have 2 old heads at running back. They have Zeke and Dalvin Cook, which love both of those guys, but
maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah. If you would have told me 5 years ago we had these 2 on the same team, I'd be like, oh,
yeah, you
y'all
guys
are really about it.
Running for 220 a game.
But no, they definitely didn't do that.
Definitely didn't do that.
I also really like moving forward. I'm still big on the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Stephon Diggs did get hurt, so I'm hoping he didn't tear the ACL. But I still like them to make a run in this AFC.
Yeah, they're doing good. Appreciate everyone listening. Listen to the Locker Room, 1 to 2 p.m. Monday through
Tomorrow, we got a special guest, my brother, my man, 10-year NFL vet, my former mentor and teammate in Atlanta, Keith Smith.
Woo! Now you hear Loaded Show tomorrow. Also on the block coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket. Tune into the Locker Room throughout the rest of the week.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, take over $11,000 off a 2024 Ford F-150. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004296, MSRP of $66,645. Must finance with Ford Motor Company and have a qualifying trade and approved credit. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 11/13/24. See delivery details.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters,